Number 15. Over a quiet city skyline, a strange figure cuts through the night sky. At first glance, it looks like a large bird in flight, but as the camera follows it, something feels off. Its body doesn't move like a normal bird. Instead, brief flashes of light pulse around it, small, sudden bursts that resemble electrical discharges. Witnesses online described it as an ancient-looking creature, as if its wings were carrying more than muscle and bone, but energy. There are no visible fireworks, no obvious drones, and no clear explanation for the flashes synchronized with its movement. Skeptics suggest reflections, camera artifacts, or distant aircraft lights. Others argue the shape and motion don't fully match any known bird or machine. The video ends before the object disappears into the darkness, leaving behind only questions, and a city unaware of what may have passed above it. Number 14. A single photograph taken at sea has sparked endless debate. At first, it looks like a rock formation rising from the water, but when you look closer, a shape appears, seated. The figure seems humanoid from the waist up, with what looks like long hair flowing down its back. Below it, the shape narrows into something that doesn't resemble human legs. Many viewers immediately pointed to one possibility: a mermaid resting on a rock, watching the ocean. The image was shared as part of a photo series, and this particular shot, the fifth, stood out for its detail and posture. No movement, no splash, just stillness. Skeptics argue it could be a statue, a trick of perspective, or a rock formation shaped by erosion and light. Others note how the silhouette seems too deliberate, too balanced. Number 13. A high-resolution camera captures something unexpected above a remote mountain range. At first, it appears as a dark shape moving against the clouds, but as the footage stabilizes, wings become visible. The figure doesn't glide like a bird. Its movement is heavier, deliberate, each wing beat slow and powerful. Many viewers immediately compared it to a dragon. A long body, extended wings, and a silhouette unlike any known animal. What makes this clip stand out is the clarity. The object isn't a blur. It holds its shape as it crosses the mountains. Skeptics suggest it could be a large bird filmed at an unusual angle, a drone modified to resemble a creature, or a digital alteration added later, yet no edits have been confirmed. There is no roar, no fire, just a silent figure disappearing behind the peaks, and the unsettling question remains: if this wasn't a dragon, what was flying there? Number 12. An old camera from the early 2000s captures a quiet scene in the mountains. At first, there's nothing unusual, just rocky terrain, still air. Then the camera zooms in. A white figure stands motionless among the slopes. It appears horse-like in shape, but there's something that doesn't fit. From its head, a single straight horn seems to extend forward. The animal doesn't run. It doesn't react to the person filming. It simply stands there, calm, passive, almost statuesque. Because of the video's age and low quality, details are limited. No enhanced resolution, no modern AI tools at the time. Skeptics suggest it could be a horse with a visual obstruction, a costume, or a trick of distance and perspective. Others point out the posture, the stillness, and the clean silhouette of the horn. The clip ends without movement or explanation, a passive figure in the mountains, and a recording that refuses to fade away. Number 11. A night video introduces a creature deeply rooted in East Asian folklore. In the footage, a fox-like figure moves through the darkness, its form briefly illuminated as it turns. What stands out is its tail, then another and another. Show short clip. According to legend, this is a 9-tailed fox, known as a kitsune in Japanese folklore and a gumiho in Korean tradition. In these cultures, the number of tails represents age, wisdom, and power. The more tails a fox has, the more dangerous or enlightened it is believed to be. These beings are said to possess supernatural intelligence and the ability to shapeshift into human form. Some stories portray them as deceivers, others as protectors. Skeptics argue the video shows a normal fox, captured at an angle where shadows and motion blur create the illusion of multiple tails. No verification has been made. The clip ends before the animal disappears into the dark. Legend or coincidence? Whatever was filmed, it closely resembles a creature that was never meant to be real. Another sighting adds weight to a legend many believed was pure fantasy. Show short clip. In an open meadow, a lone animal stands in plain view. At first, it looks like a horse grazing calmly. Then the camera gets closer. From the center of its forehead, a single horn is clearly visible. Unlike previous clips filmed at a distance, this one shows the animal in daylight, with no signs of distress or aggressive behavior. It appears calm, passive. Show short clip. What unsettles viewers is how natural it looks. No exaggerated movement, no theatrical pose, just an animal existing in the open. Some suggest a genetic deformity, a horn attached artificially, or a well-trained animal used for a hoax, yet others point out the consistency with earlier sightings. If this were an isolated case, it might be easy to dismiss, but similar recordings continue to surface from different locations, and that raises a disturbing thought. What if unicorns aren't myths, but creatures we've simply stopped looking for? Number 9. A simple photograph of a baby outdoors hides something far more unsettling. At first glance, it looks like an innocent moment, a child near the entrance of a house. Nothing unusual, but when viewers examined the background, a small figure appeared, running behind the baby, heading out of the house. The shape is short, thin, and oddly proportioned. Its posture suggests motion, as if it was caught mid-run. Many immediately identified it as a duende, a goblin-like entity deeply rooted in Latin American and European folklore. These beings are often described as fast, elusive, and rarely seen directly. What makes this image disturbing is timing. The photographer didn't notice anything while taking the picture. The figure was only discovered later. Skeptics argue it could be a shadow, a child-sized animal, or a coincidence created by motion, blur, and perspective. But others point out the clear outline and the direction of movement. Show image. There was no second photo, no confirmation, just one frozen moment, and the chilling possibility that something small and unseen was right there, moving away before anyone noticed. Number 8. Deep in a forest, a camera captures something that defies expectations. At first, the figure is hard to see. Thin, pale, barely standing out from the trees. Then it moves, and the illusion of fantasy disappears. This is no glowing fairy from folklore. The being appears scrawny, cadaverous, and gray. Its limbs are elongated, its posture unnatural. There are no wings shimmering with light, no sense of beauty or charm. Only a fragile, unsettling presence that looks more sickly than magical. Viewers described it as something exhausted, almost decaying, a creature that doesn't belong in stories meant for children. Number 7. A night recording from India leaves viewers divided between faith and fear. Using a powerful zoom lens, a distant hillside comes into focus. At first, it's just mist drifting through the darkness. Then a glowing silhouette appears, tall, still, with what looks like multiple arms extending outward. Many immediately compared the figure to Ma Durga, a revered deity in Hindu tradition, often depicted holding divine symbols in her many hands. As the shape remains visible, voices in the background begin chanting, "Jai Ma Durga." The atmosphere shifts from confusion to reverence. Number 6. A quiet forest becomes the setting for an unexpected sighting. Between the trees, a large figure stands completely still. At first, it's difficult to understand what it is. As the camera steadies, details begin to form. The body resembles that of a lion, but above it, wings, large, folded, and unmistakable. Many viewers identified the creature as a griffin, a mythical beast said to possess the strength of a lion and the vigilance of an eagle. What makes this footage unsettling is the creature's behavior. It isn't aggressive, it isn't alarmed. It simply stands there, calm and undisturbed, as if it belongs in that forest. There are no sounds of struggle, no signs of fear from the animal itself, just silence and presence. Skeptics argue it could be an elaborate costume, a statue partially hidden by shadows, or a trick of light and perspective, yet the stillness feels intentional. The clip ends without movement or explanation. If this was a griffin, it wasn't hunting, it was waiting. Number 5, far out in the Atlantic Ocean, something massive rises above the surface. At first, it's hard to focus. The horizon shakes, waves crash violently below. Then the shape becomes clear. Long, towering tentacles emerge from the water, thick, twisting, impossibly tall. Many viewers described it as a giant squid, but on a scale far beyond anything officially documented. A scene straight out of a Lovecraftian nightmare. There is no visible body, no eyes, only the tentacles, writhing slowly as if testing the air above the ocean. What makes the footage disturbing is its restraint. The creature doesn't attack, it doesn't thrash wildly, it simply rises and looms. Skeptics suggest digital effects, a manipulated clip, or an optical illusion caused by waves and distance. Yet the sense of scale and the fear in the reactions keep the debate alive. Number 4. A night scene in a wooded area reveals something deeply disturbing. Perched high in a tree, a dark figure hangs motionless. At first, it looks like a body suspended among the branches. As the camera zooms in, details emerge. The figure appears female, its posture twisted, its head tilted forward, resembling the stance of someone hanged. Many viewers described it as a witch, not flying, not casting spells, but watching, waiting. What makes the footage unsettling is the stillness, no swaying, no sudden movement, just an unnatural calm, as if the figure is aware of being observed. There are no visible ropes, no clear explanation for how it remains there. The tree itself is thin, yet the figure doesn't fall. Skeptics argue it could be a prop, a prank, or a mannequin placed deliberately. Others point to the posture and realism, saying it looks far too lifelike. The video ends without resolution. The figure never moves, never reacts, and that's what makes it terrifying, because something that's still shouldn't be alive. Number 3. A nighttime video captures a figure standing silently behind a railing. At first, it looks tall, then impossibly large. As the camera steadies, the shape becomes clearer. A humanoid body, massive horns extending from its head, skin completely black, absorbing the light around it. Many viewers immediately identified it as a Goatman, a creature often described in folklore as half man, half beast, and frequently associated with demonic appearances. What makes this clip especially disturbing is the posture. The figure isn't crouching, it isn't hiding, it stands upright, calmly. Its head appears slightly tilted, as if watching, observing, almost aware of the person filming. There is no sudden movement, no attack, just a towering presence, silent and deliberate. Skeptics suggest a person in a costume, a staged scene, or a forced perspective exaggerating the size. But others point to the proportions, the horns, the height, the stillness, and say it doesn't behave like a human at all. The clip ends before the figure moves, and that's what unsettles viewers most. It wasn't chasing anyone, it was simply there, watching. Number 2. A dark cave becomes the setting for one of the most disturbing sightings on this list. As the camera light sweeps across the rocky walls, something large shifts in the shadows. Slowly, a figure comes into view. It has the head of a bull, but the body beneath it is unmistakably humanoid. Broad shoulders, upright posture, arms that don't belong to any known animal. Many viewers immediately compared it to a minotaur, a creature from ancient myth, said to dwell in labyrinths far from the surface world. What makes this footage terrifying is the environment. This isn't an open field or a distant hill. It's a confined space, a cave, where escape would be nearly impossible. The creature doesn't charge, it doesn't roar, it simply stands there, partially illuminated, as if guarding the darkness behind it. Number 1. This image was captured at night using a high-contrast camera. In the frame, a large animal stands at the edge of a body of water. Its posture is low, with its head bent down, as if drinking or inspecting the ground. The body appears quadrupedal, similar in structure to a large mammal. But what immediately draws attention are the wings, fully formed, extended along its back. The wings resemble those of a large bird, with visible feather patterns and a clear span that does not match any known land animal. The creature's size is difficult to measure, but compared to the surrounding trees and terrain, it appears unusually large. There are no signs of aggression, no raised head, no defensive stance. The animal seems calm, focused only on the water beneath it. The image quality suggests night vision or thermal-style imaging, which can distort textures and depth. But the silhouette remains consistent. No movement is shown beyond this single moment. No follow-up frames, no context of what happened before or after. Just one still capture of something that looks part animal, part bird, and entirely out of place.